is a show that focuses on the person behind the brony. I'm your host, Osaka Jack. Please sit back and relax as we talk to this week's guest brony. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Into the Spotlight. This is your host, Osaka Jack, and with me today, I have someone you may recognize from her deviant art or many song collaborations she's done, Miss Feather. Hello.
Hi.
How are you this evening?
I'm really good. How are you?
Oh, not too shabby at all. How are things on your side of the world? I guess my side, well, no, we're in different hemispheres, northern, southern, yeah.
Well, we're closer than other people in the world.
Yes, we have similar time zones.
But yeah, it's good down here. It's been very hot, but that's been good. I enjoy the heat.
I enjoy the winter, so we'll just keep it as it is. We'll both be happy. Well, for anyone who doesn't know, can you describe what do you do?
Well, I've been a brony musician, so I usually just do vocals, just vocals. For a lot of different collaborations, some of my own ponifications since June of last year now, 2012.
Ah, yes.
Yes, I have to remember to say that. And I also contribute with artwork, so I do a lot of commissions and album arts and things like that.
Hmm. Yes. Now, I have to ask, the name Feather, where did that come from? Did you
Um,
have this nickname before you decided upon Pegasus, or was it just what was the origin of this name?
well, it was created when I created my OC.
Okay.
Because I chose the Pegasus because, well, I have an affinity for birds. I
Oh,
love birds.
mhm.
I own a lot of birds. I've bred birds. They're probably my most favorite thing in the world. And I really liked the idea of flying, and so I quite love wings. I love, and of course, feathered wings.
Mhm.
And my favorite character is Fluttershy, and she has such a soft and gentle personality, and I wanted that for my character too. And feathers, of course, are soft and gentle and light, and I just thought it fitted so well.
Works for me, sure. I I guess either feather or pillow would have worked.
Pillow. I can see that working. I want to make a character called Pillow
Yeah,
now. She can be my sleepy time character.
there we go, pillow. And we would have to do something on the lines of your character Feather feeds Pillow because Feather stuffs Pillow.
Oh
Pillow
my.
stuffed with feathers. All right. Mm. But your strongest area, or not strongest, but one of your more prominent areas is music. For someone who has not heard any of your stuff, what would be a good introduction into your music? Which item would you say, or which song?
I suppose my most popular song has been Mad Mares.
Okay.
Um, it's a parody that was originally written by Ember, but I did a cover of it and it did really well. But I suppose my favorite personal song for me
Hmm.
would have to be Dashy Mine or Apples of My Eye, a collaboration with Rhymeflow and Legion.
Okay. All
So
right. All right.
either of those two, one's a ponification and one's a collaboration, and they're kind of my areas. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
and they're both very sad and very sweet, which is also my area.
Hmm.
I like to feed off the tears of bronies.
Oh my God, that's actually kind of cool. Okay, yeah, Mad Rares, that's Mad World parody, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Now, did you go with the original Mad World, the peppy one, or the slower one that came out more recently?
I went with the Donnie Darko version,
I would assume
the
so.
Gary Jules one.
Yeah, that's a great song, but I would be curious to hear your '80s pop version as well.
I had to listen to it, and the Tears for Fears version. I was like, oh, I'm not sure if my voice would fit with that. I think I suit better with the Gary Jules version, but I would like to try it just for fun, maybe.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I always appreciate it if an artist takes one of their songs and just changes the tempo and sees if they can sing it that way again. It's just often they cannot.
I must say, I
That's
would be
fun.
intimidated by the idea. I don't know
Yeah.
if I could.
Ah, but so that one is more of a parody, a bronification. Apple
Yeah,
My
like a
Eye was
purification.
an
Yeah.
original song, though.
Yes, yes, that was an original.
And what was the inspiration on that?
For Apples of My Eye, that was basically the story behind Applejack's parents from Granny Smith's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
And I must say, I kind of delved into my own personal tragedy to
Mm-hmm.
get the lyrics and get the emotions for that song because
Mm-hmm.
I've had a very blessed life, but I have had one quite traumatic thing in my life, and I
Oh,
won't go into it. But just the death of a loss, of, a loved one, and
uh,
I used that inspiration to
right.
come up with the emotions behind it because I like things to be raw and genuine.
Mm-hmm. Sure, sure. Yeah, it's I don't know. I suppose that if somebody is just going for surface look, then most emotions could be faked. But if you really want to get the true emotion, you have to have experienced it at some point.
I think so, and I think I have this thing where I don't like to cheat. If I haven't felt it, I don't like to sing it.
Yeah.
So I like things to be genuine, and I like authenticity.
Hmm. Yep, and that one does well. Now, the artwork for Apples of My Eye, was that you?
Yes, that was.
Oh my. How long did that take? 'Cause that is a really just, it's a beautiful picture.
Probably just a good night's work. So
Okay.
I probably usually sit down at about 5 or 6, and then at about 11:30 I'm finishing up. So
Hmm.
I usually sit down, and if it's an artwork that is connected to a song, usually I'll just play the song over and over again. I'll just sit from start to finish, do it in one go.
Hmm.
Usually commissions I'll take a lot longer, but
Right.
for album art I have that one process.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense. I know that director Jason Thiessen, was the one of the directing artists on the Winter Wrap Up song, but his wife was storyboarding the actual song for it. So I know on the DVD commentary, he mentions how he would spend all day at work listening to the song over and over and over again, and then he'd go home, and his wife would be doing the same thing, listening to the song over and over and over again to get the storyboarding right. So he could not escape it the entire time he was working on it.
It's so catchy though. How could
Oh
you get
yeah,
sick of
absolutely.
it?
Well, and right, very close after that, Daniel Ingram is speaking of it, and he said Daniel Ingram said he had about 6 or 7 different versions of the song or different melodies, and he kept just eliminating one at a time until he got the one that caught in his mind most. It's like, well, there you go.
Very clever.
Yeah,
Yeah, clever.
good idea. Yeah. So he finds the one that's catchiest to him, and then spreads it to the rest of us, infecting our minds forever. Good idea. Yeah.
That is smart.
Mm-hmm.
I will adopt that.
Of course, now every fan of yours and fan of his is going to be, so can we hear the other versions? Would that be cool? Can you like
Oh,
the other
that's true. You'd have to make so many versions. Oh, I am a little bit lazy. That's
efficient, shall we say? Efficient's a better
better. I think I'll go with that. That's a much more kinder, a much more kinder word to use.
Uh, well, what is your preferred type of music? I mean, we said slow and mournful, or slow and emotion. Um, do you prefer just the sad songs, or the slower songs, or some of the faster ones?
I suppose it's not so much I prefer them, but I
Okay.
feel they're my strengths.
Oh, okay.
But because I don't like to just sit at home and cry all the time.
But yeah.
I'm quite peppy. So I do enjoy faster stuff.
No, really, Peppy?
You would never have guessed.
Sorry.
Actually, the song I released recently in a collaboration with Andy and Replacer,
Mm.
Until the Sun, that's been doing quite well. And that's really upbeat. So
Hmm.
that was new for me, but I enjoyed it. So I think I'm branching out to some different areas. So I'm
Okay.
enjoying that.
Yay. That's great. Oh yeah, that was I think Aviators just did a remix of that, didn't they?
Yes, I just saw it today. I was like looking at to check for comments so I could reply on my phone, and then I was looking through the one on Andy's channel, and then I saw it and I was like, Aviators. And I had to borrow, I like went around and I borrowed headphones for a friend so I could listen to it. And I was like, ah! So I had a little fangirl moment. But yeah, I'm really excited because I'm actually, after this interview, I'm about to record the final vocals for our collaboration because me
Oh,
and Aviators are doing a collaboration. So I'm really excited about that.
wonderful. Wonderful. Are
Yeah.
they challenging you with a fast beat, or are we still going with your strength?
It's
Or perhaps you can't
I
talk
think
about
I
it at
think
this
it's
point.
I
That's
think
fine.
it's different. I think it's different. I think it's a little bit different.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, well I think we'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Yes, very much. Chances are by the time the interview comes out, it will have been released, but still, just in case,
Probably.
perhaps. No spoilers.
No spoilers, no spoilers.
Well, voice is obviously your strength. Do you play any instruments?
Oh, I'm terrible. I can't play anything.
Oh, really?
I
Nothing.
I failed music in school. They like barely like they're like you're terrible. I'm so horrible. I got put on a triangle, and even the teacher was like, "Okay, just sit down. Just watch now." I was like, "Okay, all right. I'm terrible. I know this."
Oh,
I am
goodness.
shocking. I can't read music.
Hmm.
I do everything by ear. I'm not musically trained or anything. I'm like, it's way out of my capabilities.
All right, so that's a big no then. Okay.
Big no. Like I'm just shocking.
Well, have there been any songs that you've just had problem getting the melody down? I understand. I don't read music at all. I can sing a little bit, but not, to your extent. But have you ever had a song where you're like, I need help. I can't get this.
Oh my god, all the time.
Oh, okay.
All like every time I'm like, can you give me guide vocals? Because I do everything by ear.
Right.
So people are like, do this with these notes, and they like send me like A, B, and they're like, they're just letters to me. Can you please send me an MP3 of your vocals? Even if they're just humming it, I to get the melody. But yeah, I think people slowly learn that I am not musical. I'm no.
Well,
I
perhaps we'll
think
say not conventionally musical.
yes, not trained or educated in the conventional way, and I think people expect me to be, and then they're sorely mistaken. So I'm like, no, no, I need guide vocals and help.
Uh, is there some song that you'd like to cover but haven't had the chance yet? Because
Um,
I know that you're rather busy at this point. I think most of your schedule is quite
that
filled.
I really want to cover For Dashi by Joe the Loaf. I
Okay.
love that song.
Hmm.
And I kind of got a rough recording down, but I wanna make sure it's perfect because he's a friend of mine and I really like his stuff, so I want to do it justice. And yeah, there's a couple of other things, but yeah, it's mostly just collaborations at the moment. I haven't really had a chance to think about anything.
Sorry, I
Ah.
didn't mean to put you on the spot
No,
quite that
it's all
much.
right. I just realized how neglected I've been of covers because there's been so many songs that I've been like, oh, I'd love to give my spin on that, give it a try.
Yeah.
Because there's not that many. Well, there are a few now out there, but there weren't that many female vocalists to start off with. So it was always nice to hear the female version of it. But now
Hmm.
there's lots of female vocalists, so I'm not alone. It's good.
Yes, very true, very true. When do you recall what was the first Brony song you did?
The first Brony song I ever collaborated on.
Yeah, or did it
Um,
in any style?
Oh, well, the first and terrible little thing I wrote was Hey Big Mac, which is it's just me singing on my headset. It's the
Okay.
first video I have, and it's terrible. But it was just a little song I wrote with the Flutter Mac ship because
Mhm.
I love those two.
Uh-huh.
Not for everyone I know, but I love them.
Well, I've
But my
I've seen it quite often. Yeah.
yeah, it is pretty popular. But my first proper collaboration was with Croatia for Rainbow,
Okay.
where he's a rapper, and I came and did wrote the chorus and did the melody and all that, and the lyrics and all that for the chorus and the harmonies and rah rah, and did that, and
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of my first little shove, or should I say big shove, into the fandom, because that song did really well, and
Hmm.
then I kind of went from there.
Nice. That's good. Where do you see yourself going in the future with it?
Oh,
Sorry, I hate those questions. Don't have to answer if you don't want to.
oh, I'll try. I um, I really just do this for fun. So
Good
I
answer.
suppose, yeah, I suppose I just want to meet and collaborate and do as much as I can with as many people as I can, because
Hmm.
I like meeting new people and trying new styles, because since I am just a vocalist, I can't do instrumentals, I can't do anything. I have trouble writing my own songs
Hmm. Hmm.
without an instrumental. I have trouble writing melodies, period.
Right.
I really do rely on other people, and for the fact that people are willing to collaborate and,
Hmm.
invite me into their little projects, like that's so special to me. So I really like that. I just want to keep on doing that.
Nice. Have you ever thought of doing like an a cappella? Just
I
yeah.
have, and I've written like five, but I haven't got around to recording any of them because of the collaborations.
Hey, no,
So
that's fine. Do what you want to do before you do, things on the side.
yeah, they're
Absolutely.
sitting there waiting for me. I have even done rough recordings of just some of them, but yeah, they're sitting there waiting. So eventually I'll get them out. I actually have an a cappella planned with Megaphoric. She's
Oh.
an amazing female vocalist. If you
Hmm.
don't know about her, oh my God, go check her out. She's amazing. She's, in my opinion, the best female vocalist in the fandom, in my
Really
opinion.
interesting. Interesting. I
Um,
won't argue anything on that either way.
my opinion. I'm just her big fangirl. That's all I do. But we're gonna do an a cappella together. We're planning that, so I'm
Nice.
excited about
Yeah,
that.
that's great. Another thing that you do prominently is the artwork. We've mentioned it a little bit, but how did you get? At what point did you decide that's it? I'm just going to make my own art for this
um,
because it's
I
usually not a combination that you see very much. Usually a person is a musician or they are an artist, and occasionally it will be both, but not to the extent that I see on you.
well, art's my first love, my first talent.
Hmm.
Singing is just something on the side that I did in the shower for many years, all alone. Like not properly, just jamming out in the shower to myself.
Right.
And then, but art is something I've worked out my entire life, and
Okay. Okay.
it's what I want to base my career on, and
Mm.
it's my first thing that I've really worked hard at. And I'm not by any means the best. I still have a long way to go. I still have so much to learn, but I'm slowly improving.
Hmm.
And the fandom is just, I find it's just such an amazing creative platform. I couldn't help but make artwork. I was sketching as soon as I saw the first episode. I was like,
Really?
oh my goodness. I was just sketching along with it, couldn't help it. But it was a while before I was confident enough to put out my own stuff, because
Hmm. Hmm.
everyone's so good. And I was like, oh, I want to be good too. So I tried to put out stuff just slowly. But then once the music thing took off, I was like, oh, okay, I could just do my own album art then and just help
Yeah.
and get my stuff out like that. So then that worked, and that was good. So it seems to be coupling quite well together. Good
Sure.
marriage of talents.
Yeah. Yeah. I would think so. I think so. Now, you of course you did your OC yourself.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What is the cutie mark is an actual green feather?
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
I love green, and
All right.
well, we talked about the feather, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I love green, but the whole I guess the coloration of my whole OC is based off me,
Okay.
because I'm a redhead
Uh-huh.
and I have green eyes and I have freckles. So
Okay. Okay.
she's she's really just based off me. And at the time, I had my hair dyed in a balayage, so I had lighter orange down the bottom.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's different now, but that was what I had at the time. So
Okay.
I just made it based off me, because I was like, eh. that'll do.
Sure, why not? That makes sense. Oh. Now, at one point you were doing commissions for a while.
Yes, I'm still doing them at the moment, but
Oh,
I've stopped them for the moment because I have too many.
right.
So I had to say no. I'm just taking the ones that I have now and trying to get through them before this 2013 kind of kicks off for me, because then I'll start to get busy because I am a uni student. So
Right.
I unfortunately, have a lot of stuff to do, and my time gets, rare throughout the year as it gets
I
further on.
understand that. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
so I try to get them. I'm trying to get what I can finished now, and then I'm going to
Mhm.
close off for a while because it would be unfair for me to take commissions later on and then not be able to fulfill them in an appropriate time.
Very
So
true. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Hmm. But you are planning on reopening at some point?
At some point, yes.
Okay.
Probably during the holidays, my
Hmm.
holidays, when I have some time, I'll be opening them up. But yeah,
Huh.
I'm definitely trying to save. I have a lot of
Right.
things I need to save for.
Well, I saw at one point on one of your things that you're saving up for PonyCon AU.
Yes, I'm saving up for PonyCon AU, but not so much saving for that because
Hmm.
that's actually being held at my university. So
Well, go
So
to
I'm okay there.
yeah.
I regularly visit the venue, so I was like, oh, that's just there. All right then.
You could give guided
So
tours for like $5.
pretty much. So I know the area, so
Yeah.
I'm all good with that. Mostly what I'm going to be doing is trying to save to go to BronyCon.
Ah.
That's going to be the big savings. So, because of course, Australia, it's going to be thousands of dollars to get a flight there and accommodation, and so I'm
I
trying my
understand.
very, very best, but I'm probably gonna be doing something with the fandom, like doing extra commissions or
Hmm.
something at some point, or maybe a fundraiser, Kickstarter, something
Hmm.
to help me get over there, because I literally just can't on my own, because I'm a full-time student. I don't have that much money to throw around, so I'm trying to save, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to do something to push the push my little budget so it'll take me over there because I really want to go.
Believe me, I understand. And for me, honestly, that it was a big decision: Everfree Northwest or BronyCon, and it just worked out to Everfree Northwest is closer to me.
Ah,
It's
lucky.
well, Seattle versus the East Coast. It's yeah, it's 4 time zones closer to me to go to Everfree Northwest.
Ah,
So
that's true. That's true.
mhm. I'm not close by any means.
Well, yes, sure.
I mean, it's still a good 12, 13 hour flight, but yeah, it's well, I think it's 9 hour flight as opposed to 12 and a half hour flight. So it's like, yeah, that's worth it. Yeah, I only get a little bit of time off, so that'll have to be it. But
Yeah,
your
see,
attempt,
I definitely want to say for BronyCon because it's in the time when I won't have that much work to do. I'll be all right. I can make it in terms of scheduling.
right?
But the only thing for me is money. But I'm gonna do my best because I really wanna perform and I wanna meet my friends because I've
Mhm.
got so many friends that I really want to meet,
Yep, yep.
and they're all in America. It's so far away. I'm sick of only seeing them through Google Chat. I want to touch their faces and
Yep.
hug them. So
So
yeah,
everybody look for the girl wandering around BronyCon, touching everyone's face, and
I'll be like, it's you, it's you. You won't be able to miss me.
yeah. Well, I have seen you do have some pictures on your Deviant art of cosplay that you've
Oh
done.
yes, just the one.
Just the one? Okay, okay. Just the one. But you did a Fluttershy cosplay for a bit.
Yes, I did. We had a Nightmare Night meet with the Brony group that I'm a part of, and so I dressed up as Fluttershy.
How was that? Was it difficult to? Did you go out and specifically get a Fluttershy set, or did you find like one piece here, one piece here, and put them together?
Oh, it was very much mix match put together. I had the ears and the wings made by a friend of mine. I had another friend do some embroidery for my cutie mark on the dress. I had to find the dress, and
Mhm.
I wanted the exact right kind of color, and every shade of yellow was wrong. And so I
Mm.
scoured Sydney to look for a dress,
Huh.
and I found this one, and then I found a cardigan off eBay, and I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And
I think the
then,
proper response is yay,
oh,
yay,
yay.
yay.
So I pretty much like put it all together from like all different things, and
Mhm.
yeah, it was just it was a mixed match of things to put together, but it turned out okay in the end.
I think it turned out great. How was the response to it?
Oh, it was received very well. Although since we went to Sydney Botanical Gardens, there were a lot of, public there, public people,
Right.
and a lot of the little girls thought that I was a fairy of some kind from a TV show that I'm not quite aware of. And they were all like,
Mhm.
oh, I want pictures with you. Except one girl came up and she said, Fluttershy. And I'm like, yes, I love you, kid. Yes. And she's like, yo, Fluttershy. And my friend was cosplaying as Slender Man. And
Oh my.
so me and him were skipping through botanical gardens, and people were like, it's Slender Man and Fluttershy. And I was like, yes.
An
So we were
interesting
having a good time.
combination, but if
It
anybody
was
can take
fabulous.
that's hilarious.
It was good. I was like, if anyone can befriend Slender Man, it would be Fluttershy.
Absolutely, yes. Can imagine fun. I can just imagine Slender Man. He takes you. No, no, it's okay. I don't have to take you. Please stop. Please stop. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Exactly my thoughts.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned it for a brief moment, but one of your passions is definitely birds.
Yes, yes. My biggest love in life.
And recently you posted a YouTube video about the birds.
Oh, yes, I included my birds. I couldn't help myself. They were
Oh, no,
right
no, no,
there.
there's nothing wrong. Nothing. Just, just I thought you'd like to talk about them a bit more.
Oh, yes. Well, I had them in their little night cages when I was, because they sleep inside because they're my babies. And I was filming this little thing, and they kept on, they have little balls with bells in them.
Okay.
And my rainbow lorikeet Iris, she was ringing the bell and rolling it around and talking and chatting and making all these sounds. And I was like, oh, I have to include her because she's right there. And then I had to include my other birds. So I was
Mm.
bringing in all my birds, and oh, they were just my babies. So I couldn't help but include them. And they're like my own little Fluttershy choir. So
Yeah, there you go.
I love that. Yeah.
Where did your passion for birds start?
Well, I got my first bird when I was 12. Oh, actually, no, I lie. I got my first bird when I was uh 8. I had a budgerigar named Swift,
Okay.
and he's unfortunately passed away now.
Oh.
But I got my next bird when I was 12, and it was a hand raised cockatiel.
Hmm.
And her name's Kiki, and she's still alive today, so she's
Wow.
trooping on. She's a good bird. They can live to up to like, around 30 years. So
Wow. Goodness.
they're hardy little birds.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Australia makes them hardy.
I believe it. Absolutely. Uh,
So yeah, she's still around. And then
mhm.
I bred cockatiels for a number of years and sold them to my neighbors and spread birds around my neighborhood.
Wow.
And then I've always wanted a larger parrot,
Hmm.
and they're so expensive, and I
Hmm.
really wanted a well-bred, handbred parrot of some kind. I didn't
Hmm.
really care what, but then I saw that one of my cousin's friends on Facebook was giving away one of her birds because, her only bird, a
Hmm.
parrot that she'd kind of neglected, and she
Oh.
turned it into a screamer and a biter, and
Oh.
she's very abused, and that was Pepita. And so
Hmm.
I adopted Pepita at the beginning of 2012, and
Hmm.
I trained the biting and the screaming out of her. So now, I mean,
Nice.
when I first got her, she would bite you the second you tried to put her hand in a cage. But obviously, in
Hmm.
my video, now you can see I hold
Yes.
her around and everything, and
Yeah.
so she's really agreeable now. She's a beautiful, beautiful bird, and she's so lovely and really sweet temperament. And
That's
then I
nice.
was like, oh, I want another bird.
Ah.
So now I've got like aviaries and aviaries of them. But
Mm.
then I got my rainbow lorikeet, and I couldn't resist her. She's just too funny. She's the most personality and one little bird I've ever had. If you ever want a bird that acts like a dog, I
Mhm.
suggest the rainbow lorikeet.
Interesting.
It's like a feathered dog. She rolls on her back. She lets me scratch her belly. She barks like a dog. She
Mhm.
jumps up and down. She uses her legs more than her wings. She's crazy.
Interesting. I would never expect. Well, I can kind of see that in some zoos they do have rainbow lorikeet exhibits, and you can pay a little extra and get an itty bitty plastic shot glass of nectar, and you go in and they'll like land all over your hand and drink it from you. It's like, oh, look at that, that's cool.
Oh yes, I love that they're nectar birds because
Mhm.
they smell like sugar. If you push them really close and you put your nose in their feathers and you sniff in, they smell like sugar. So it's the ultimate it's like a rainbow lorikeet, so it's a little bit of rainbow dash, and then it smells like sugar, and it's hyper, so it's a little bit of pinkie pie.
There we
So
go.
it's like the ultimate mix.
Yeah. It just has to demand fancy hats, and then you got rarity and.
Oh wow, I wonder if I could dress up my lorikeet. That'll be my next quest.
Oh my goodness. Uh,
I'll be sure to share the results on YouTube.
we had one well, I had two parakeets in my family's house, but they did not take well to our house, and they became evil. They
Oh,
they
I can sympathize.
mm, we tried to be as nice as we could to them, but they would never learn to try and communicate with us. But they did learn how to make the sound that a sparrow makes. And they
Oh,
would do that because we placed them next to the window, and sparrows would be flying outside, and they would, as loud as they could, make a sparrow's call, and two or three times we would hear bum because the sparrow tried to come in where it heard another sparrow, and it would hit the window and actually die.
oh my goodness.
So these birds that were in our house were actually tempting sparrows to try and come inside, and we're like, stop doing that, it's not cool.
Do you know what? I completely understand because my Iris, the rainbow lorikeet,
Mm,
she makes barking noises because she's copied the dogs.
yes.
She lures the dogs in. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be your best friend," like barking, chirping, making all these beautiful sounds. The dogs come up, push their nose through the wire to sniff her. She bites them on the nose, and and the poor dogs, they never learn, and they keep on going back. It's
I did
terrible.
have there was a family friend who had I can't remember the type of bird, but it was a bird that was capable of speech. And it was just as mischievous because the dog, when it was very young, was not so well behaved. But then it got older and it was much better behaved. But the parrot, I'll call it parrot because I really don't know. I'm sorry.
The parrot.
The parrot had learned to say, "Come here, doggy. Come here, doggy. Come here. Come here." And as soon as the dog would come in the room, bad doggy, bad dog.
Oh,
And the dog would like
that's so.
whine and slink out of the room, and then it'd, "Come here, doggy. Come here, doggy." The dog would come in, bad dog, bad dog.
Oh, that's so cruel, but so
Yes.
funny.
I think we kind of encouraged the bird to do that just because it was so funny. But we were nice to the dog afterwards. Like, let's go play outside, and the bird can't play outside, just you.
Oh.
Uh, Actually, the my neighbor next to me, pets are not allowed in Japanese apartments, but we have a landlord who turns a blind eye to it because she has a cat.
Ah.
So I have my cat, but actually the apartment next to me, I've seen him out walking a few times, and he has a parakeet that rides on his hat as he walks around the city.
Oh, I do that too. I take
Do
my
you?
birds for walks.
Oh
I
yeah.
take them, I have one on each hand, and I walk around, and they all come with me, and we visit the wild birds and everywhere. It's really fun.
Is it? Huh. I he does that a few times. I know at least one of his birds has flown away because there were some bird missing posters up for a while. I
Oh.
hope he got it back because the posters were missing a few days later, but I really don't know. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. I just one of the first days I was here, I see a guy walking past my apartment. He had a bird on his head. There was a brightly colored blue bird on his head.
I must say, I get a few weird looks, but most people are really like, wow, because they're so colorful. You
Yeah.
can't walk past them and not notice them. But
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
my birds, they just never leave me. They're so attached to me that they're like, nah, I don't feel like flying away. So I just take them everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I would think that for the most part it's pretty safe, just not totally.
Oh, I have to watch sometimes because we have a lot of hawks and falcons that scan the area because my birds are extremely loud. Um, so they know that my birds live there, so
Right.
they hover over.
Oh my.
Yeah, so I have to be careful, but I know which times they go hunting now because they go in special times and like
Right.
they almost take like little shifts during the day. It's really interesting, but
Huh.
I know when to look for them now.
That's nice. I'm glad you haven't lost any, because that would be just terrible.
It would be. I would be extremely devastated.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a pet. It Very few phrases tick me off as much as the phrase "It's only an animal. Shut up."
Oh, my animals and my birds and everything, they're like my children. Uh, There's honestly, if it was between a stranger and my pet, I'd be like falling off a cliff and I had to save one, I'd be like, my pet? Like, and goodbye, stranger.
Oh, goodness.
I'm too attached. I like animals. Sometimes I like animals better than people.
Oh, I can totally agree with that. Yeah. Occasionally you'll get a bad-tempered animal, but even the nice-tempered animals, they're honest with you, so you
Oh,
know
they're
from the
so
get-go.
honest.
Yep, yep.
They're very Applejack.
Uh, well, a question that I ask in all my interviews, and I'm curious to your response to it. Is there one specific scene or line in all of My Little Pony that defines you as a brony?
Oh my goodness. Oh, oh. I think just the yay.
Ah,
That's my favorite. I can't go past it. I really love it. I love that it's just quiet joy. I love
mhm,
that.
mhm. All right, that's a
I
good
feel
answer.
that's my favorite thing.
Mhm.
A bit cliche, I know, but
No, no, I
that's
mean
so
that's
great.
totally valid. It's totally valid. It's what you choose. I find it interesting how many people really, really like that scene, the big inhale, yay, but not many people remember the other big inhale that she does in season one in Green's Not Your Color when she says, "I'm so angry I could scream." Very few people use
Oh,
that as their favorite one. And I think it's a good dichotomy to hear both of them. She's quiet in celebration and quiet in anger.
I know. I love that about her.
So are you thinking of ever doing another cosplay at some point? Like if you get to go to BronyCon, are you going to bring Fluttershy or are you going to try for a different pony?
Um, I think I probably couldn't go past um my OC or Fluttershy. I think
Hmm.
I feel that they're my defining points in the fandom because I feel I am very Fluttershy, but I really love my OC, so
Right.
I like those two. But I don't know. I think I suit them best. I may for fun try some other characters, but
Hmm.
it's expensive trying to put together a good costume.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, with time, yes, but for the moment, just Fluttershy.
Nice. All right. Well, are there any other projects that you'd like to plug? Something coming up that we should know about? We mentioned the Aviators compilation coming up soon.
Yes, well, there's aviators. What else have I got? I've got an eventually I'll be bringing out an EP with Naysayer,
Okay.
really ambient kind of tracks.
Hmm.
It's his style and I really enjoy it. So it's gonna be that. Gonna be doing more stuff with Rhyme Flow eventually. I
Okay.
really want to get onto that. Um, I was gonna do a collaboration with Sim, and I probably will, but he's
Mm.
going to the army, so
Yeah.
so I have to wait.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then I have a collaboration, with Tombstone
Oh,
that I'm
nice.
thinking about doing. so I'm really excited
Nice.
about that. Um, there's so many. I have a list. Let me look. Hmm.
Well, okay, let's do other half of that. Are there any artists that you would really like to work with but haven't gotten a chance to yet who might be listening or be told of this when it airs?
Oh ho ho.
Can't guarantee it,
Hmm,
but maybe.
maybe.
Mm.
Um, hmm. Oh, I'm on the spot. Oh,
Actually, you're into the spotlight.
true.
That's the name of my show.
I think like a huge dream would be like Pinkie Pie Swear, someone like that. Like
Yeah.
that would be like, that'd be cool.
Mhm.
But that's a long shot. I think that's me just dreaming. But yeah, there's a lot of people. I can't remember their names all right now, but I know there's a lot of people I really want to work with.
Mhm.
I also like working with newer people
Right.
because I like to because people gave me a shot in the beginning and I like to kind of do the same thing. But
Very true.
yeah.
All right.
I wish I had names in my head. I would give a better answer.
That's okay. That's fine. Okay, well, everybody, we have been speaking with brony musician slash artist Feather. Please be sure to follow her on DeviantArt and her YouTube page. And is there Tumblr?
Yes, there's a Tumblr,
There's
there's
Tumblr.
Bandcamp, there's SoundCloud. It's all in my YouTube account, so you
Okay.
can find all the links there.
All right. Wonderful. Feather, thank you so much for coming by to speak with us today.
You're completely welcome.
Yay. Everybody be sure to check out Feather. And this has been Into the Spotlight with Osaka Jack on Everfree Network. We'll see you next time.